Right now, UW students take to the streets demanding action after a racist video on social media goes viral.
Plus, a legal battle over Wisconsin's 1849 abortion ban gets underway. What was said in court this morning.
Also, after getting upset in the NBA playoffs, the Milwaukee Bucks are now parting ways with its head coach.
And one of Wisconsin's most iconic buildings, but the Capitol we see today is actually the third building used as a state capitol. We take a look at how much it would cost to rebuild it. You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Day 2 of protest over a viral racist video continued this evening on UW's campus. In the last hour, hundreds of students disrupted traffic on University Avenue as they marched.
And our team has been with them every step of the way. Andrew Banstra joins us now near campus with the very latest. Andrew?
Yeah, Eric and Charlotte, this protest started about 3 o'clock today. After about 30 minutes of gathering and talking on megaphones, the students, I would say somewhere between 500 to 1,500. And I say that because it depended on what point in the protest you were at. It fluctuated a little bit, but everybody locking arms moved down this way, and they went down right to University Mall. At University Mall, same thing as you may be seeing right now. Students gathered, asking to make a change, saying time and time again, this is not an isolated incident and that they face racism, if not daily, weekly, is what organizers told me. When students got down on University Mall, they found themselves turning right on Lake Street. And like you said, Charlotte, right back onto University. There was a couple of times in intersections where they blocked intersections for about 30 seconds. But organizers, protesters, and the police really worked well together. It was at no point a public safety matter. Like you said, there was times when, traffic was severely impacted. But for the most part, things were pretty cool today. Essentially went in a big lap all the way around campus and made themselves right back here. Again, police and protesters working well together, and everything for the most part was really cool around these parts. Now, we don't know, students told us they don't even know if they're going to be protesting again tomorrow, but told us they won't stop fighting until a change is made. For right now, at the University of Madison, Wisconsin, Andrew Banstra, News 3 Now.
Andrew, quick question. I want to clarify what we saw at 5 o'clock. Is the traffic situation all clear at University and Park? I know that was pretty congested briefly.
Yeah, absolutely, Eric. It is all clear right now. In fact, UW Police has said that all roads have been cleared. Like you said, there was times when you really couldn't have gotten through with the way the intersections were being blocked. But as of right now, everything is clear.
Andrew Banstra, thank you. And continuing our team coverage tonight, a petition demanding UW expel the offending student has now amassed more than 45,000 signatures. University officials say they cannot expel her. Our Catherine Merck explains the legal boundaries at stake.
The center of this issue comes from the First Amendment, the basic freedom of religion, expression, peaceful assembly, or the right of citizens to petition the government. Today, I spoke with a law professor at UW-Madison who told me there are a few categories that aren't protected by the First Amendment. That includes things like threats, blackmail, and fraud to specific people. Although some students found the video racist and offensive, this professor says the video doesn't fall into any of these categories of the unprotected speech, which means UW-Madison officials can't legally expel her.
The reaction of the university and the reaction of the students, I hope, has made it clear to everyone that this young woman's expression does not reflect the prevailing views on this campus. But a public university simply cannot take any kind of legal action against someone for engaging expression that is protected by the First Amendment. That's an absolutely bedrock limitation on what public authorities can do.
What university officials can do and did do in their statement is condemn the video. In statements, they've said racist slurs do not represent or reflect UW-Madison values around creating an inclusive community.
Catherine, thank you. Breaking news out of Milwaukee. The Bucks fire head coach Mike Budenholzer. ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski broke the news not long before the team released a statement. Jordan Reed now with the latest details. Jordan?
Yeah, in the last hour, the Bucks released a statement saying that they are parting ways with Budenholzer, the team's general manager, John Horst, saying that the decision to make this change was very difficult. He goes on to say, in quote, "This is an opportunity for us to refocus and re-energize our efforts as we continue building toward our next championship season," end quote. The Bucks, who held the league's best record and who were top seeded in the playoffs, went 1-4 against the Heat. Getting bounced in just the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs playoffs now. I'm going to have more on this story coming up in sports.
Jordan, thank you. Still time to get out and enjoy the weather. Julian C right now with our first warn forecast.
That's right. So we have a beautiful breeze outside. Much of southern Wisconsin is under these winds that are gusting around 20 miles per hour, but overall feel amazing as these temperatures still hold into the lower 70s throughout much of Madison and areas close towards Janesville and Monroe. Looking at 75 degrees for Platteville and even warmed up over towards Bosqueville, knocking on the door of 80 degrees for us. But again, we're looking at those temperatures to hold into the middle 70s. But as we get into the rest of tonight, well, folks, we are going to be seeing those temperatures cool down just a bit, but it's going to feel pretty good. We're looking at 60s and even near 50 degrees as we get into the overnight hours, which is going to be tonight's low, where we're looking around 50 degrees for us here in Madison, with many of us into the lower 50s. Now, tomorrow, to end out the work week, we're looking at 70s once again, and a chance of some showers and more unsettled weather in our pattern over the next couple of days. We'll talk about that and break down how you can plan your weekend in a few moments. Until then, back to you guys.
A lawsuit challenging Wisconsin's 174-year-old abortion ban had its first hearing today. It's a case that will likely end up in the Wisconsin Supreme Court.
It all started last year when the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, protecting the right to an abortion.
And here's a look at how we got here. In June of last year, Attorney General Josh Kaul and Governor Evers filed a lawsuit against the ban, originally against the Republican-led legislature.
And then in September, Kaul amended it to name the district attorneys in 3 counties where abortions were previously available. D.A. Urmanski, the only Republican of those 3.
In December, Urmanski filed a motion to dismiss the case.
When we fast forward to today, oral arguments in front of a Dane County judge marking the first significant developments in the case. For more, let's go live to the Capitol where Will Keneally is standing by with the latest details. Will?
Eric and Charlotte, this could be our very own Roe v. Wade in the making here, as this case got its first hearing in Dane County Court. Now, it's centered around the idea that the 1849 law that prevents women from seeking abortion in Wisconsin here is out of date.
Let's imagine Wisconsin has 2 hypothetical criminal laws. The first says it is illegal for pedestrians to cross the street unless the walk sign is illuminated.
Picture Wisconsin abortion law like a crosswalk. One law says that you have to wait for the sign, but a newer law says that you can enter the street if someone is about to be run over by a car. So which law wins? That's at the heart of the abortion debate in Dane County Court today.
Those 2 laws cannot both be the law of Wisconsin at the same time.
So lawyers for the Democratic Attorney General say the newer law should win out, that the legislature intended to overturn the state's 1849 abortion ban. But some DAs want the power to stay with them, arguing that prosecutors should get to decide which law they want to enforce.
You can have the 20-week ban, you can have the partial birth abortion ban. They're all separate criminal statutes with their own elements, their own penalties.
We don't have a ruling in this case yet. The judge first has to rule on some procedural issues, like whether the Attorney General can bring the case or whether Wisconsin doctors are the ones that have to argue against this in court. But we heard a little bit of where she may stand based on the questions that she posed during the arguments.
Perspective, but from the people of Wisconsin having a right to know what law applies where.
We heard this from the lawyers for Wisconsin doctors as well.
Every physician across the state in every county, they need to know what they can do because they make these decisions not within days or not within hours or within minutes, but within seconds. They have to know what the law allows them to do.
So because we have to work through that procedural hurdle first, that's that standing issue, this could take a long time to work through the court system here in Wisconsin. And that could benefit liberals in this case. They're waiting for August 1st. That's when the state Supreme Court flips their side and could issue a favorable ruling on the issue of abortion here. Reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Well, thank you. Governor Evers promising to veto a Republican plan to bolster aid to local governments. Under the bill, local governments would see at least a 10% increase in funding, amounting to $227 million. That new money could only be spent, though, on police and fire protection, emergency medical services, emergency response communications, public works, and transportation. But the governor called on the legislature to send him a bill without limitations on the use of that money.
You know, here in one way we want to bring them more money, and in another way we want to take more control away from them. It doesn't make sense. Send me a clean bill that talks about the money that we're going to give to the municipalities.
Now, the $1.5 billion in aid to counties, cities, towns, and villages would be paid for by tapping 20% of the state's 5% sales tax, an idea the governor has supported.
After already being rejected unanimously by 2 county committees, State Representative Sheila Stubbs will face a final vote tonight as she tries to become the next director of Dane County Human Services. Last Thursday, the Health and Human Needs Committee voted unanimously to deny Stubbs' confirmation. Then on Monday, the Personnel and Finance Committee voted unanimously against Stubbs. Tonight, the full Dane County Board will decide Stubbs' future with the county. We will have more on the board's vote later tonight on News 3 Now at 10. Coming up, the Henry Vilas Zoo is bringing back a popular event for families.
Plus, a musical event returns to Madison this summer, and you could be performing when the event starts, or you can register. That's next at 6.
Attention homeowners, we started out with 50. Now we're looking for 30 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. We want to evaluate our custom bathing solutions in real homes for safety and convenience. Call Mad City Baths, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler and trusted local source for American-made baths and showers installed in as little as 1 day. And with Mad City's Price Lock Guarantee, receive a free design consultation and lock your price in for 1 year. Plus, 30 homeowners who call now get special savings with free installation on a new bath or shower. No interest and no payments till 2025, senior military discounts. And if you call during this program, you get a free $50 Walmart gift card with estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify, 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
I've never been afraid to express myself, to create a life I love. I worried cancer could steal my spark and become my identity. But UW Health designed custom treatments just for me. And now, my legacy, it's still in the making. Because standard, well, that's never been my style. UW Health, remarkable.
Menards has what you need to grow the perfect lawn. All 11% off. ProMix grass seed is fast working and contains added nutrients for a richer and healthier lawn. Pick up a bag today, just $10.99 each after rebate. Create the yard of your dreams with Pennington One-Step Sun and Shade Lawn Patch. It's everything you need to grow lush, thick grass, pre-mixed and ready to use. This bag is just $12.99 after 11% rebate right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Music will be back in the air in Madison this summer with Make Music Madison, returning for its 11th year. Madison, one of nearly 20 cities in Wisconsin that will be holding similar events on June 21st for International Make Music Day. Those interested in performing or being a host venue are asked to register with the city by May 25th at makemusicmadison.org. Registration is free. People of all skill levels and ages are encouraged to sign up. Organizers say their goal for this year is to grow to more than 500 registered performances.
The Henry Vilas Zoo is bringing back its popular Family Fun Days this summer. They'll be held the first Sunday of each month from May through August. Visitors can look forward to enjoying special zoo activities such as free train and carousel rides, keeper chats, and specials in the Glacial Grill and gift shop. Carousel and train rides will run free of charge between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Keeper chat schedules will be posted at each zoo entrance.
Still ahead is a 106-year-old landmark that defines Madison, the Capitol building. But as many of you know, it is not the original.
When we come back, a look at how much it would cost to rebuild the building today and why the price is just the beginning.
Plus, some beautiful weather tonight, but we could maybe see some rain tomorrow. Julian will have the latest details. His complete forecast is next.
Earn a 30-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60 you spend. That's a 30-cent fuel saver this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Only at Hy-Vee.
Mad City Baths can install your dream bath or shower in as little as 1 day with premium wall patterns infused with microban antimicrobial protection. And now 30 homeowners who need a new bath or shower will receive special savings with free installation. No interest and no payments till 2025. Plus, call during this program for a free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate from Mad City Baths.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. Because around here, we're all about comebacks. Whether it's helping you recover after a car accident or return to the job following an injury, it's us fighting the odds and the insurance company to make sure you get the compensation you and your family deserve. No one loves a great comeback story more than Lawton Cates, which motivates us to fight for our clients every day. Your life counts. Lawton Cates. Call us today.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburgers cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love. And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day.
All day.
All day, every day. Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners. Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
What's at the top of your home improvement list? Did you say better insulation? Because better insulation makes everything you do in your home better. Even just walking in the front door on a hot day. So get ready for summer now with USA Premium Foam. It keeps the hot air out, the cool air in, and your electric bills lower.
And right now, during Home Improvement Month, our labor is free. You pay for the foam, and we'll put it in for free. But that ends May 31st.
USA Insulation. It's the Hy-Vee Red Hot Weekend Sale this Friday through Sunday. 8-ounce Hy-Vee Choice Reserve New York strips, just $6.99. Doritos, just $2.49. And Sara Lee whole grain white bread, only $1.68. Only at Hy-Vee.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
It's a 106-year-old masterpiece that's become the identity of our state, the Capitol building. Our team at News 3 Now wanted to answer the following question. How much would it cost to rebuild the Capitol building today?
It's truly one of a kind. The artwork there, unique design, the rarity of the materials used in its construction, all, of course, play a role in the value. And our Catherine Merck found out the price of perfection.
Every stone here has a story.
It's the building that defines the capital city as we know it.
There are a lot of state capitals, and ours is way up there with some of the finest.
If you walk through the halls inside of it,
symbols all over the building.
The stone, marble, and artwork.
So this is the governor's conference room.
Make it,
that is Liberty,
picture perfect.
No matter your political bent, this is the people's house, and people are tied to this building.
Can you put a price on that? Well, they had to do it more than once before.
This is the third Capitol building that's been built here. That second Capitol building burned down in a fire.
At the Wisconsin Historical Society archives, you can find some of the original documents and pictures that created today's Capitol.
I love this photo of the workmen carvers carving these stone figures that go along the base.
Back then, each plan was painted.
There's hundreds of blueprints.
And designs were hand-drawn.
The entire new Capitol took several years to construct.
Some of the earliest contracts for the artwork give us a little clue of the total bill.
There's at least a down payment of $100,000.
That specific contract comes to more than $2 million today, and that's only one part of it.
Building of that type is going to be probably $1,500 per square foot.
Locally operated construction company Findorf was behind the dome we see now.
It would be spectacular to be involved if it had to be rebuilt, but it certainly would be challenging.
The intricate details are what would make it difficult to rebuild.
Finding the people that do the gold leaf work and find the people that do the plaster work, that you have to look around the country to find the right people to do that.
When we asked Findorf to give us an estimate of what it would take to do the job today,
I would think it'd be around $1 billion.
Of course, there are a lot of factors to consider when trying to figure out the so-called price of perfection. However, the closest we can get to an actual answer comes from the building's insurance information.
The value is much greater than the sum of its parts.
The state says the current insured value for the building is $650 million. Once you factor in the rarity of the materials and the keepsakes inside, the true replacement costs are closer to $2 billion.
Replacing it is like trying to replace a loved one. We could do it to a certain extent, but it just wouldn't be the same.
It's a common question.
The tour guides kind of like to joke that it would be priceless because you can't replace that marble in that quantity anymore.
Each snapshot shows the state in ways we can hardly say or pay for.
Would taxpayers be willing to fork over hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars?
Would it look like a Jeff building?
The price of perfection can be calculated, but to create it the same way all over again is what you can't redevelop. Reporting in Madison, I'm Catherine Merck, News 3 Now.
Certainly was a gorgeous day to be outside, still is, and we could be seeing some of the same over the next few days. Here's Julian with your forecast.
For sure. Now, one thing we are going to start with, though, before we talk about the forecast, is sharing a bit of our umbrella contest winners. So yesterday we forgot to show, but this is a beautiful thunderstorm, just a general thunderstorm. This one wasn't severe. That has been shared from Laura Hemming, east of Cambridge. And then the winner for today is Luann Scholes here in Madison, Wisconsin. And this is a crab tree that we have, or crabapple tree that we have that's been shared for us. Thank you guys for really submitting these. And of course, if you would like to have your chance to win an umbrella, well, the contest, I believe, goes through May 26th. And all you have to do is submit your weather photo to firstwarn@WISC-TV.com or use the First Warn weather app for your opportunity to win your very own First Warn weather umbrella. Now let's get into our forecast for us. Tonight, we're going to be seeing temperatures into the lower 50s, and we are going to be watching for the heat really raise its way throughout much of southern Wisconsin again. Milder temperatures into the 70s again for some shower opportunities into tomorrow, but really what we're going to be watching for is the on and off opportunities of the rain in itself. So overnights we do have a shot of seeing some showers just north of Dane County, but it's mainly going to be north of Dane County that's going to be holding on to the most consistent rainfall from Friday morning into Friday afternoon. Because throughout much of our Friday afternoon, it may be cloudy, may even have some peaks of sunshine, but you see the temperatures into the 70s and the rain itself still staying north of Iowa and for Dane County. As we get to around the 3 o'clock hour, we're still looking for that rain to still stay between La Crosse, Viroqua, but it's going to start to make its way into the rest of the area, spreading to southern Wisconsin. That time again to Friday night. So if you're heading out for your Friday nights, that's when you're going to really want the rain gear for us here in Dane County and areas to the south and east. But then this weekend, we have once again more opportunities for some showers and potentially a thunderstorm here and there. But it's going to be very periodic. It's not going to be an all-day affair and not a complete washout. But once everything is all said and done, by the time we get into Monday, where it's even more unsettled weather, well, we are looking for a pretty significant amount of rain that could be a washout for some areas. Speaking of Prairie du Chien, Boscobel, Lone Rock, areas to the south and west could see close to another 2, maybe even 3 inches of rainfall. And we still do have some issues with the Mississippi River, so this isn't very helpful for those areas. And around Dane County, we're looking for 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch of rain. A breakdown of our weekend forecast, lower 70s for Saturday and Sunday, the mid 70s. But again, we are looking for periodic showers and thunderstorms, so be prepared to have your rain gear nearby throughout the course of the entirety of this weekend as we enter another unsettled pattern for next week. But the good news is temperatures will stay into the 70s. So your first warn is just the fact that we are going to be looking at a very unsettled pattern, but at least we get a break heading into Wednesday and Thursday, but more shower and thunderstorm opportunities will present themselves as we continue heading into late next week.
It's our top sports story tonight. Bucks fire head coach Mike Budenholzer. Coming up in sports, we're going to recap what we know about this change.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Still showering in that old outdated bathtub? Don't do that anymore. Let Mad City Baths bring your bathroom up to date with a new walk-in shower installed in as little as 1 day. Modern colors like quartz or Santa Cruz granite. Add convenient shelves, grab bars, and a beautiful shower door. Remember to lock your price in with our price lock guarantee. And don't wait to call. We're looking for 30 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. Receive special savings with free installation on a new bath or shower. No interest and no payments till 2025. Senior military discounts plus last chance to call during this program for the free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify, 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Are record high energy and water costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive. While you may not ask for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to be without heat, water, or power. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.heat.help.
The local water experts at Culligan can take care of everything but the kitchen sink. Actually, we do that too. Culligan, here for every water worry.
Farmers and makers set up shop to kick off their 20th season right here in the 608. Tomorrow, Josh finds out what's new and who's back at the Monona Farmers Market.
And we'll be tracking the rain chances to close out the work week on Friday. Join us tomorrow between 4:30 and 7.
Well, in case you missed the top of our show, the Bucks are parting ways with head coach Mike Budenholzer after he led the team for 5 seasons. The team released a statement on the decision not long after the Woj bomb came. This all comes after the top-seeded Bucks lost in the first round of the playoffs to 8-seed Miami. Last season, the Bucks fell in the Eastern Conference semifinals to the Celtics 1 year after winning the franchise's first title in 50 years. Over Bud's 5 years in Milwaukee, the Bucks went 271 and 120 during the regular season. 3 of those seasons, the Bucks actually held the NBA's best records. And it's been a tough 2 weeks for the Brewers. They haven't been playing their best ball. The Crew's gone 4-6 over their last 10 and are riding a 3-game skid into the series finale with the Rockies. So, hoping to avoid that sweep, Christian Yelich gets the offense going early. He leads off with a home run, his 4th of the season. Well, then a couple batters later, it's going to be Rowdy Tellez who takes a page out of Yelly's book and sends it to the bullpen for his 9th dinger of the season. They're sitting pretty with a 4-run lead, but the momentum shifts for the Rockies in the 7th. They score 4 runs, then plate 5 more in the 8th. The Brewers lose their 4th straight, they'll begin a 3-game series with the Giants tomorrow night.
Ugh, not pretty. All right, let's go to the weather. That's a little better to talk about right now because we had a beautiful Thursday.
That's right, and at least it's going to feel pretty as well as we're looking at 70s pretty much the entire 10-day forecast. The only thing is that, folks, we will have periodic showers and even thunderstorms starting in from early Friday morning and on and all throughout much of the weekend as well. So keep the rain gear nearby, but if you are looking for some sunshine, you may see a bit, but not a whole lot.
Julian, thank you, and thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.